I feel like that's more gross than wiener.
What?
I don't know. This will be fun. This is not pre-show. This is episode.
This is episode. So, Jason, I have another question for you since we're asking questions.
You have another poll or a question?
A question for you, which can be a poll too. What sport would be the funniest to watch if the players were drunk? Soccer, basketball, rugby, or baseball?
I think baseball.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I think throwing a ball at 90 miles an hour and then trying to run in a straight line to a base.
So the thing that got me thinking of somebody trying to swing at a ball like drunk.
Yeah.
They're just.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I love it. I think baseball's the way to go.
Baseball. Who do you wish would run for president and why? Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, or The Rock?
By the way, Kate says rugby. I don't even know what. I mean, I know what rugby is. It's football light, right?
Yeah, I mean they kind of look a little bit drunk already, right? They go in the big mass.
Yeah,
they all grab each other.
So we got The Rock, we got Kevin Hart, or Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
I would have to go The Rock.
Why?
Well, Snoop Dogg is high all the time, which is fine. Like, I'm not against weed at all.
But it'd be bad for president if he had like the nuke codes.
I just think he just wouldn't give a shit about stuff. I mean, weed does make you kind of just chill, which is good. Kevin Hart, he's too unstable.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would go Kevin Hart.
Really?
Yeah.
Rock is methodical, the way he runs his business, the way he runs his life.
I mean, Kevin Hart has done a good job being a really short person. I feel like if he's made that much fame being really short, he's shorter than you. I think he could deal with being president.
I disagree.
I know. That's fine. Okay. Favorite holiday, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, or Christmas?
None?
Oh, yeah. You don't really like holidays.
I would say, Jason, 2023 would be Christmas.
Okay.
I think Thanksgiving's a waste.
Oh, yeah. And you don't do turkey. You do steak, which is a good choice. See, I would say either the 4th of July because I like to shoot off fireworks or Christmas.
Yeah, no fireworks.
Really?
They're too dangerous.
No, they aren't.
Yeah. I used to be a firework guy. As I get older, I'm just like more of a...
Did I ever tell you Cam and I, except for this year, have done shows?
Really?
Yeah, my parents' house. We'll actually get a huge board. We'll buy fireworks and we'll not thread them together, but we'll what's it called? Whatever. Thread them together. We're gonna call thread them together.
The show's called Threads, bro.
We thread it together because we're on a show named Threads, and it's all timed and it does that beautiful show.
Yeah,
makes it feel like you have your own personal.
So how many years have you done that?
3 or 4.
Okay, so. Like, have you had to buy illegal fireworks somewhere?
No. They've been legal in Michigan for 10 plus years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. State of Michigan has been legal.
It's been 10 years, really?
At least. I'm thinking of like the house that I was in when it first was legal, and it was like a war zone there.
Yeah, I have trouble with blocks of time.
Yeah.
I'm very it seemed like it just happened.
So you thought I was shooting off illegal fireworks. You thought
I was trapping you. I was so setting you up for a trap.
And then you were wrong.
That's totally wrong.
Well, we should ask Ziggy when fireworks were illegal in Michigan.
Yeah, she's still at volume crack. Hey Ziggy, when did fireworks become legal in Michigan?
From FetonCheryl.com. Consumer-grade fireworks became legal in Michigan in 2012, and state law requires they only be ignited from private property.
Dude, you're exactly 10 years, because 2012 would be 2022 would be 10 years.
Yeah. Boom!
Dude, I got to give it to you. That was incredible.
Yes. Look at me go. And I saw you, though. You're like, I'm going to catch up.
Did you see my...
Yeah, I saw your face, and like it was lighting up. I was like,
I have a terrible poker face.
I'm going to totally rain on this parade. And boom. Goes the dynamite.
You did it.
Jason, how come we're able to have this show?
We're able to have this show from our sponsors of Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, located on Stafford, just east of
44th,
131 off of 44th Street.
Oh, close.
You can call them at 532-6600 and irvines.com. Megan had liked. Remember we talked about how fancy something got written. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I thought thought of it with my head, not Chat GBT at all. She actually liked it. I don't think she's liked any of my posts for her business. So I'm just throwing it out there how incredible that writing was.
So basically, if anyone wants to hire you for copywriting, they should reach out to you.
No,
because you are better than Chat
GPT. It's hard to
PT.
say.
Is it B or T?
It's
or
P.
P. Sorry,
I think. But anyways,
GPT.
we'll remind me of that. 532-6600 or irvines.com. You can schedule online. Everything is automated. They send pictures of everything that's wrong so that you can make a educated decision. If it's time to fix it, they'll let you know if it's a safety issue, those kind of things. So call them to schedule your service, and of course, free loaner cars. And then I want to thank our Patreons, Joe. I haven't talked all day. I don't know why. I can't even blame that. Joe P, Kate K, Lisa K, Megan D, Adam S, Chrissy D, and maybe Chris B. Maybe.
Wait, what?
I talked to Chris B for 30 minutes on the phone today.
You did?
30 minutes.
You were able to make it, even though he's really conservative, and you're not.
Why do you keep it? We didn't even talk about that once.
Yes, you said it once.
No, not on the phone call.
No, not on the phone call.
Oh, yeah, I 100% said it before.
I know. That's what I'm just saying. Like, you said it on air, so I can bring that up now.
Yeah.
Anyways, so was it a good phone call?
Yeah, I really, Chris is great to talk to. And I don't know why I don't think why I don't I think why I don't like talking on the phone, because it's such a slower pace.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's go. Like you and I talking right now, sometimes I have to stop from, you know what I mean? But it was great. We talked about work. We talked about his surgery. We talked about Zane. We talked about a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
My furnace, all kinds of stuff.
Did he have some good ideas for your furnace? He feels like a handyman.
He thought what he had said made sense, but I don't think that's what's going on. It's a mystery now.
It's a mystery to even the furnace guys.
Correct.
Which is not a good place to be.
No, I'm waiting for them to say, we're going to have to replace the furnace. And I'm like, no, I'm going to hire somebody else for a second opinion. So anyways, that's where we're at. So
that's where you are at. So something about Chat GPT.
Good job. I am feeling a little dirty about it. I mean, I'm using it for a lot of stuff.
So
I know, but there's that ethical thing. Like,
what's ethical or not ethical?
It's both. I want it to kind of sound like me, but it doesn't. I need it to learn me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if me posting regular stuff I write and then having it tweak it, if it's learning my patterns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Some of the stuff just doesn't line up with what I would say at all.
Couldn't you modify it just a little bit then?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've tweaked every single one. I've tweaked a little bit.
See, I have no problem with it as long as I tweak it. So even in a message and a teaching, I actually, for the first line, I was like, I actually want the line to grab people. I was like, okay, here's the concept I want to get. And then I was like, oh, that's actually a really good way of saying my idea. And I thought that was good. I find it ethically
just as a tool.
Good. Yeah, as a tool. Now, if I were to hand in a research paper that was word for word, then I would feel like I was maybe going a little too far.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, you can't be doing that for like medical stuff. Like, you got to do your work, because they got to figure out something to sniff it out. I don't know what to see. You know what they do? Someone reaches out to them and said, hey, we'll pay you $1 billion, but you have to put this watermark in this. So you can't see it by the naked eye. Like, you know what I mean? So when you use it, somehow it flags it as it's been used as AI.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, so when you copy paste somehow it's in the words.
Yeah.
Hidden in there.
Yeah. I think that's a fair thing to do, because I don't want my doctor, dentist, nurse, any of those using that to cheat
on their exam.
Yeah.
Think of how awesome that would be. You have a doctor who completely does that.
Yeah, there was just a bunch of nurses busted in Florida, shocker, that had fake credentials. Like 3,000 nurses got fired all at once.
What in the world?
From some university.
Well, of course it's Florida. But
exactly. Yeah. That's why I said,
of course.
It's Florida.
Florida. Apparently, if you get sick in Florida. Hey, speaking of Florida, how was Florida?
It was cold.
Wait. smoking.
Yeah, but wait till it comes around. That was it. That was the hook.
I'm just hook on Threads podcast. We have stories. Story of the week.
We don't even change it up. We don't even change it up. We just do the same shit.
I don't remember what I did last time, but we're gonna go with it.
I always go like stories of the week. So it's like you kind of did kind of the same thing, but
so speaking of Florida, how was Florida other than like was it really cold or was it Florida cold?
It was Florida cold. It was like in the low 60s.
Ooh, like as highs?
Yeah. And there was one cloudy day, but the sun came out quite a bit. Like we went to the botanical gardens on Thursday, which I love flowers, so I was in my glory. Now, not a lot was blooming because it's winter there too, and that was warm. It actually was nice to be in the shade for a little bit.
Okay.
And I actually put sunscreen on. It was that warm that Thursday.
Look at you go.
Then it cooled off, but I mean, we still had sun on us. So like I stood there in the sun on my lunch break for the podcast. Yeah. They had these nice reclining chairs out in the courtyard. And I just sat there. You could tell all the Michigan folks that were in there north were all just sitting there and it's just beaming on us.
You guys are glowing like vampires.
Yes.
It's like the bright glow.
We all look so white. So no, it was great. We had a good time. We some of this, basically all my stories are wrapped into Florida.
So one that's not on there.
Oh yeah,
Megan and Harry Potter Land. How did she like it?
She loved it.
Good.
She realized that she hates crowds, which everyone does. She got there early. She was able to get on one of the rides right away. And the one, I don't know if you know anything about it, but there's one ride where you ride Haggard's motorcycle.
Yep.
And then someone sits in a sidecar.
Okay.
She's like, that ride was so fast and scary. And we looked it up after she was done. It goes 50 miles an hour.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fast.
See, that's the one we didn't do last time, and I'm hoping to do this time.
Okay. So she did that one. And then towards the afternoon, the lines were insane. Even she wasn't as successful being a single rider as she thought. So one of the rides towards the afternoon was like 2 hours. And she's like, by 3:30, she's like, I'm not waiting for this, and just left.
Did she get a wand, an interactive wand?
She did. So I said to her, I was like, I joked about the wand. I'm like, yeah, the wand was $50. And she's like, it was 67. I'm like, 67? I thought it was 50. She's like, it starts at 50. I'm like, why? There was no price tag on it. I was like, why didn't you ask them where the $50 ones were? And then she's like, okay, mister, how much money you spent on your tattoo?
Ooh.
So yeah.
Did she want certain characters? Is that why it was made more expensive?
She couldn't tell me.
Anyways,
it's a sweet little wand.
It's a sweet wand, and it's fun to like do those spells.
Yeah,
you have to do it in a certain way, and then it does something.
There's a couple of them like she couldn't get.
Ooh.
And then the lady next to her was like, yeah, it took me 10 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And you feel kind of weird because like you're an adult and there's kids waiting and you're like doing the spells. But
yeah,
she was in her glory. She
it is weird when you are doing what can be a kid thing without kids.
Yeah.
Because like I was doing not Harry Potter. I was doing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And you stop and wait by places on a sidewalk. And when I'm with Cam, it's fine. Because, our heads are down, we're playing Pokemon Go, and people get that. But when I'm by myself, I was like, this is weird. I look kind of like a creeper.
Yeah, so downtown GR, you wouldn't. I still see them all the time. I know what they're doing.
Yeah, like I get it downtown, but like kind of on more of like the residential near our house.
Yeah.
I just look weird as I stand on a corner for a little bit, do something, and then move. I'm like, I look like a creeper, or at least I feel like a creeper.
Question, why are you doing it by yourself?
Because I had to go. Because Cam was gone with a friend doing it, and it was like the best day to get a certain Pokemon, and blah blah blah.
And I nerded out about this behind me, and you're like doing certain days to get the best Pokemon.
Well, because then Cam and I can talk about that. I can always blame Cam for that one.
Yeah.
So tell us about something about you in Florida.
Well, about me.
Like something that you did instead of I butted in and asked about Megan. So you're talking about getting ink. Tell us about the ink.
Yep. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it live on the show?
Let's see it live on the show.
I purposely did not send it to you so you could see it.
Strip from
all right, Jason. Hold on.
What is the music I should be? What is the music of taking clothes off?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, I saw the belly. Oh, yeah. Woo. See the whole thing. Oh, nice. And you got it. You got the Mickey Mouse with
The headphones.
the headphones.
It doesn't look great. It's starting to peel already. But
It looks great. Show the camera. Flex, though. Flex when you do that. Oh, yeah, right there. Nice. So did that hurt like a banshee?
It wasn't great. It's
Because
a little sensitive.
There's a lot of nerves in there.
Yeah, it was a little red at the you could kind of see it a little bit right here. And I don't know what happened. He somehow pinched it, but I don't know. It definitely did hurt. So it was so expensive.
How much?
Okay.
Wait, let me guess. $325.
A little bit more.
What?
$350.
Holy moly.
So listen, yeah. I'm used to my guy that charges me $75 an hour. This would have been like $150 with my guy. So I knew I was living a fantasy world with my guy. I understand like the prices are even in Grand Rapids are more expensive. So story time, I picked this tap place out. It had amazing reviews. It ends up being in a strip mall, right? So we go there, we walk in. There's no one in there. Like, and apparently they don't like the shops around here. Most don't take walk-ins because they're so busy. And maybe it's because they don't have enough artists, but that's for you. But anyways, we go in there and the guy's like, what do you want? Like, he's all the typical, like just fucking asshole. And I was like, explain to him. And I kind of had an idea, but like, there's the one that's supposed to be like, okay, I got this. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, let me think about this. Like, he was all like, no, literally, they're not inking. There's no one in the studio. They're making $0, mind you, right?
Zero.
So, and then he's like, yeah, I think it's better for Tony. So he walks back, gets the other guy, comes up, inked all over his face, same attitude, blah, blah, blah. Finally, we figure it out. Like, I'm already turned off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's not. So he was like, it's going to be $500.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, I go 500. I'm like, so I didn't want to act like that was too much. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And he's like, it's going to take like 4.5 hours. Right there, red flags going off. And I'm like, he's like, well, it's going to at least take an hour to draw it up. He was trying to fucking, I showed him my arms. I clearly had ink all over.
Yeah.
I am not a noob walking into a shop. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, so I sat down with Megan. I'm like, let's fucking get out of here. I'm like, and there was like a desk guy there. I'm like, peace out, man. We're going to head out.
Yep.
So we ended up getting a huge fight. I fucked up on the trip.
Like you got in a fight there with Megan?
Yeah, not there.
Oh,
it's not huge, but it just typical Jason.
Okay.
And so, anyways, that gets settled, and we end up going to the place in Universal Studios. You know, they have that city outside. Yeah. That's where we went.
That's awesome.
I walk in, she's like, "How is it going? Welcome!" Like super nice. And I told her, she's like, "Dude, I got the perfect guy for you." She's like, prices start at $175, and I'm thinking, so that's their base price.
Okay, that's better.
And I'm like, and then she's like, I'm thinking that one's $350 to $550. So I talked to the guy. I'm like, she said $350. He's like, oh, yeah, no more than that. Yeah. He's like $350, and I think he even felt bad for $350.
Yeah, he probably would have done it cheaper.
But at that point, see, they quote it. So this is like the office gal, and it's more of a professional studio. It's not like that asshole studio. So, I mean, it was more than I wanted to spend. It was an uncomfortable amount of money to spend, but I just talked to my hairstylist tonight, and she's getting a tattoo like a lily on her arm, and it's going to cost her $250. So maybe that's the going rate, and I've just been spoiled.
Maybe you have. I mean, $75 an hour seems pretty cheap.
Really cheap.
So tell us a little bit about the fight. I know this is not on here, but
I wasn't going to talk about it.
I know, but you brought it up. I'm going to hold you to it.
I mean, there's nothing to say. I got it. I got anxious. So first we were going to go to the Universal one. We ended up in Valet, and we didn't know that you could go into the city without going in. So we thought we had tickets. Oh, so I had to get it done tonight. And so I started building anxiety, and so it wasn't really a fight. I was just like, fine, let's just go home. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, it just the old Jason, and just being like, blah, blah, blah. There were some good points in the discussion argument, but it wasn't great.
Oh.
It's the old stuff. It's just the old stuff creeping back up.
Yep.
And so we rallied, and it wasn't super bad, and she'll attest to that. So, but yeah.
So if we would call her, she would say it wasn't super bad.
Yeah, she just arrived at home. The watch
Okay.
just let me know, so she
Oh.
can come down if you want.
Is that why your dogs were barking?
No, I don't know. They just got a notification that she got home. So, do you want to continue on mine? Or do you want...
let's just continue on the Jason story because they're all Florida. Talk about the car that you rented.
So yeah, these two stories are related. I rented a Tesla.
How?
On Turo.
Okay.
So that's an app where anyone can put their car on there.
So it's just some puberty apparently.
Hello.
It was just some like random person's car.
I don't think it was. I think he was because I dropped it off at like a park and ride. So I don't know if he just uses that lot as a location, but
okay.
Anyways, picked it up. Ended up being for like 3.5. So it'd be Wednesday, Thursday. No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, 3 days, almost 3 full days.
Yeah.
It was like $280.
Oh, not bad.
So not terrible. Dude,
they're nice.
So nice. So fast. So cool. Autopilot, not ready for game day.
Really?
Dude, several times this mofo slammed on its brakes right in the middle of the road. Like nothing going on. No cars around me. Nothing I'm on the highway. Like, how do you mess up a highway? Its literal lines are painted perfectly. The highway's clean as a whistle. I'm just driving around like, well, all right, you're done. Off. So it's not ready for game.
Yeah, there's a meme out there I saw about like if you want to move over in traffic, just find a Tesla and cut in front of it because it will automatically brake. You can just cut right in front of it. So
one thing I thought was interesting, when it was in autopilot mode, it'll suggest a lane change because the car in front of you is slowing down. You hit it, you don't even look at your blind spot because you have cameras, and it looks before even the camera pops on, so it knows it's clear. It's a little
freaky.
By the end of the time, I was not checking my blind spot. I was just, when the autopilot was off, it won't move over automatically.
Yeah,
I would turn it on, I'd look at the camera, cool, and just that part was sweet.
Well, it gets like you get used to it. So even when we go to Florida, we use my mother-in-law's car because it's a lease and she wants miles, and it has one of those blinker, like you put your blinker on and somebody's there.
Yes,
I'll do something. I was like, what if that stops working and you don't know it stops working and you just go over?
Yeah.
And you get used to it, and then go back to my car. I'm like, oh crap! I actually have to really look.
So with Megan's car has that light too, but I always check my blind spot. I'm not comfortable enough to use that light.
Drive it down to Florida, and you'll just get so used to it. You're like, oh, do I have to turn all the way? Nope, I'm good. So yeah it's dangerous.
So that was fun. It was not. It was we were not planning on it, and I was like, let's do it. And she's like, yeah, let's do it.
It's so quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, so quiet. And then we had free charging at the hotel.
Oh, nice.
So we didn't have to pay for that. Remember when I said this was supposed to be a budget trip?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Not a budget.
Sounds like a couple grand. Like if I'm doing math.
Oh no, not a couple grand. Probably $1,000.
I mean, it depends where you went out to eat and how many drinks you got.
Nah, probably $1,000.
Okay,
for everything.
Solid grand.
So during that riding of the Tesla, we were on our way to pick up pizza, and we kind of went in a little bit of the Orlando. I would say not hood. Ish. It felt like it a little
tougher
bit. area. And I'm trying to turn left, and for whatever reason, this guy was honking.
Okay.
And it wasn't behind me. And all of a sudden, he's 3 lanes over, and he pulls forward and rolls down the window, and he says, "Hey, N-word, move forward," and then keeps on going. A big Mexican guy or Cuban, one of the two.
Really?
He called me the N-word.
And told you to move forward.
Yeah. And then just kept on going.
Did he know that you were white?
I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we had our windows up, but it's not like they're tinted.
Huh.
So yeah, I got called the N-word in Florida.
Tell me how that felt.
I laughed.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, clearly that's in your vocabulary to use that all the time.
Yeah.
You don't, regardless if I'm black or white, you shouldn't be using that word.
Correct. But he's using it.
He's using it. And so I just laughed, and like, I was getting a little stressed because the traffic was really heavy, and that actually calmed me down. I chuckled, and I was just like, okay.
If it wasn't so wrong when you are stressed, I would call you that. But it is so wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, it's seriously at that point, I was like, no, this is fine. This just made my night.
Yep.
Just because it's so ridiculous what just happened, I couldn't even get mad.
Some big old Mexican.
And he's leaning out the window like, hey, Edward, move forward. I'm like, okay. Welcome to Orlando.
I've made it. I feel like you have made it. You have enough street cred now.
Yeah.
To be called that.
Yeah.
By some big.
I tell you one thing, though. Even if I was pissed, I'm not getting out of that car.
No.
I don't care if it's in Michigan. I am just eyes forward.
Yep.
Move ahead. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't come near me.
Please stay away.
Right.
So I have a story about extreme honking.
Yes.
So we were leaving a fast food place, having to turn left onto a 5-lane road.
So that's 4 travel lanes and a turn?
And a turn lane. And just this way of us, if you're trying to turn left, sorry for people listening on or just audio, but you should maybe get the premium subscription.
Sale.
I know. So over here, they're supposed to turn right, you turn left, and it's a fairly busy road. But when people are turning right, they're supposed to take their first lane, then the left will move into the left lane.
To do like the Michigan turnaround?
No.
Okay,
So,
I'm going to stay out of the direction.
So if it's right, they're supposed to take the first lane. If you're going left, you take your first lane, and it works perfect. Like, again, coming out as fast food, did it all the time. It's supposed to work that way. And this person won't go. And it's a busy road. And, like, you get a few chances to go. So if first doesn't go, just give them a honk. I'm like, okay, maybe like they're not understanding.
Wait, so you're honking them because they are not comfortable to go yet?
Yeah, but but it was a while. Like it was clear. It was like you have to go.
Gotcha.
Give them a honk. Just wait a little bit. Nothing. So more opportunities. I'm like, you don't get a lot of these. Give them 2 honks.
Like a beep beep?
Yeah, beep beep. So first it was a beep, then a beep beep, and then it was like beep beep. And this is over the course of like 30 seconds. And then it was the double-handed, you better move.
Oh, wow, that's escalation, Michael.
Now,
John.
Natalie thought it was excessive.
It sounds excessive in a 30-second span.
30 seconds of but it was a gentle first. I started very gentle. I feel like I progressed at the rate.
Is that how you start your lovemaking too?
Well, yeah.
That's what she said.
So I think I was justified. It was a good 30 seconds, a nice like progression of like, this is okay. First of all, just like kind of, hey, pay attention.
Yeah, just like, hey, I just let you know if you're on your phone.
Yep. And then a beep beep. And then a longer one. And then the double fisted.
How long do you hold the double fisted?
Under 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
But probably more like 5 seconds. It's like honk honk.
Okay. No, that was like 3 seconds.
Okay.
So was Cam in the car?
Yes. But there were no swear words.
Good job.
See?
I'm working on that, by the way. I am. I have to work on it in my personal life because it's gotta.
Okay, I have the method for you.
Okay, I'm
all ears. Are you willing to try it?
100%.
A dog shot collar.
Oh no, I'm not trying.
Stick it around your arm.
No,
and then when you do it, your kids get to buzz it.
No,
you will stop like that.
I do. As much as I like pain, that pain does not. I don't like surprise pain.
I triple dog dare you to get so that you don't lose your bus job. I think this is needed. Megan,
can you imagine
Tyre,
if I do like 6 months of bus driving and I lose it because I dropped something?
See, would it not be worth the temporary pain?
No,
Megan.
The only way I'd be able to do it is if I could zap myself because I only like my own pain. I like control my own.
Okay,
pain.
So how about if you're in your car, you drop it, you have to buzz yourself then?
No, I'm not driving around with a shot collar on. You psychopath.
Around your bicep.
At that point, put it around my penis. I mean, let's.
That'd be way more painful.
There's a lot of penis talk in this show.
That would hurt so bad.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? So have you had those zap you before?
Well, yeah, because we got our dog, you're supposed to try it in the lower. I only made it up to like level 2 or 3.
And you're like, I'm out.
And then we put it on Izzy at 5. Except for when she actually I won't talk about that.
No.
People are gonna come try to take my dog.
Yeah.
Because I care about my dog and want to have it.
Yeah.
Do things.
So I'm distracted. Where were we before we
Okay, honking. Was that extreme honking?
Yeah. So Cam was in the car. You didn't swear.
Yep.
Did Natalie talk to you during the
She
moment?
was like, that was a little excessive because I went 2 hands.
Yeah.
And then of course you got the
Well,
body movement.
you're frustrated.
But I also moved a progression.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't start there.
But you didn't de-escalate. You escalated.
Well,
but you
yeah.
did it in progression.
Because again, the first one is like, because again, I've had it too. Sometimes you're not paying attention. You're like, oh, thank you for honking. Actually, I even said to Cam, I go, somebody should have honked at me there because it would have helped me drive better.
Dude, when I'm on my phone and someone honks, I wave. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One last question about this, and then I have a follow-up on the traffic and the honking. Do you wonder if it was a student driver in there?
It was not. Because we passed them, and there was the middle finger.
Oh, they flew the friendly skies?
They flew it when they pulled out. We pulled out behind them, and then they got in the right lane, and I went in the left to go turn, and they gave me more. So then when they went by, our thing as a family is we actually give people thumbs down when they're bad drivers. Yeah. It makes them feel, it's kind of like when a parent's like not mad at you, but they're disappointed. That's kind of like that. And people have been like, this guy didn't, but other people have been like, oh.
What'd they do that you couldn't tell their reaction?
No, they went by. I just did that. Yeah. Like, you suck at driving. Get off the road.
I think maybe you should probably invest in some tinted windows in the driver's passenger side so that people don't see you because you are supposed to be.
And it's always Natalie they see. Natalie always gets mad, like even if I give a friendly honk, because if we go by, she's the passenger. She's the one
if you're on the left side, yeah. Oh yeah, because you're passing. That makes sense.
And I've gotten a whole lot better. Like I used to have road rage, like no one's business, and she was like, it's me that they see. It's not you.
Natalie, when you hear this, make sure you lean your seat all the way to the back when you know he's going to fly the friendly skies.
I don't fly the friendly skies.
the thumb down.
Yeah. No, she's the one that taught me that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny.
She loves that one. It actually gets people, either they get really pissed because you're disappointed, or
they're confused.
No, or they're like, oh, man.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
So anyways, honking. Everyone honks in Florida.
Oh.
I almost was going to steal your thunder with that, so I backed off. But everyone honks. Like, the light isn't even green, and they're hitting the horn. Now, it's not bad as Chicago. That's terrible. Or Miami, apparently. Miami, it's just like everyone honks all the time. But it's like, that guy was pissed. Even though I wasn't impeding his lane, he was mad that I didn't move up in an appropriate manner because I thought I had to go straight, but I had to go left, so I was a little kicked out in the lane.
Yeah.
And so that's
people in Florida, you're impatient because.
And real quick, more driving. We get back to Michigan, right? I let someone in as we were leaving the airport and they waved like this. I'm like, okay, we're back in the Midwest. Like, people aren't dicks here.
Yeah,
mostly.
Yeah, except for with like zipper merge.
Yeah. I felt a lot more of like kindness when I got back to the Grand Rapids. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you for not hating me as I try to figure it out.
Right, exactly. So also, what do you got? You got, I'm going to pick.
No.
I don't get to pick?
Nope, not today. So, do you remember the football game?
Tech Mobile.
Do you remember that game?
Yeah, it was in a green little handheld thing, right?
It was on that. It was also on the original Nintendo.
Oh, I never played it on a console.
Okay.
Console.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go console.
See?
Console.
Not console. Console.
Yeah, console. So we got it because we ended up getting the online of Nintendo Switch, which means that you get that. And I haven't played that in years. Like I used to play, like we didn't even have that. It was the neighbors played it years ago. It comes back amazing.
Really?
And one of Cam's friends goes, "You are the GOAT of Tech Mobile."
What? Did you get your phone out and say, "Can you say that one more time? I gotta send it to my friend."
I whomped on Cam and his friends, like just
first time picking it up.
Yeah, but something about my fingers, like just remembered it. It's amazing. It was so cool to go back. I'm like, I wasn't even like thinking at first. I just like my fingers.
Dude, that actually gives me goosebumps. That's so exciting. Like having it go back like that. Yeah, it's like riding a bike. You get on and you're like, oh yeah, I got this.
30 years. I mean, I haven't played that game in 30 years. Yeah, I mean, close to it. Close to 30 years.
Yeah, the handheld one, I remember it in a green case. And it was like little lines, though.
Oh, that's something different.
That's something different, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this was the first one with Jerry Rice. And it kind of looked like football players.
Yeah.
And also Cam and his friends were like, you guys were excited about this? I'm like, yes, we were.
Yeah.
Like, this was amazing technology. We thought, wow, they look like football players.
update on console. It's console,
Okay.
CONCOLE, not council.
Oh,
When you say it like that, it's console, but it
console.
sounds like you're flubbing council.
Yeah, it does.
So it's con and con. Oh, that almost got
Radio edit.
I should not have stopped that where I did, but I was reading it as CON and CUN, but it's COUN. Woo! Mike's ears got hot.
Radio edit.
I'm never gonna say that word.
Do you remember with was it Kid Rock?
Oh yeah,
on a song. And
yeah,
be like
radio edit.
Yeah, and it was just when you said that, it reminded me.
I
of that.
love Kid Rock. I love his
So did I.
That album. That was like Ball with a Ba.
Yeah.
That album. He's a complete piece of shit.
Oh,
but I mean,
yeah.
100%. But like a lot of his music, I actually like. It's just this like dirty rock. I don't know.
So Mike's secret from teenage years, Mom Jan did not approve of that music.
100%.
So Mike hid those CDs.
Oh yeah,
I'd hide those CDs partly because with Kid Rock he was given the finger.
Yeah. Well, we are different eras, but I was like listening to Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. I mean, Shout at the Devil. Yeah. I mean, we went to Christian school and church twice on Sunday, and I'm listening to Shout at the Devil. Although, Michael, I was listening to cassettes.
Oh.
What's crazy is it's only 6 years apart, and I was listening to cassettes.
Yeah.
I mean, towards the end, I was listening to CDs, but my first cassette was like Motley Crue, Poison, that kind of stuff.
Oh, Poison?
Yeah.
Every rose has its thorns, just like every night. Okay.
Who sings that?
Poison. I think that was song 4 on the album I had.
You want me to look?
Yes. Well, I don't know which one I had right off the top of my head, which album.
All right. How do you spell Poison? Poison.
Yeah.
Poison band. Okay. Official website. What? Albums. Look what the cat dragged in. It's got to be from that one, right? Or Open Up and Say Ah. No, I bet it's Open Up and Say Ah.
I don't know. I may have had the best of.
No, it must be Look What the Cat Dragged In. No? What the fuck? What was it from? Not Flesh and Blood.
It had to be best of. I guarantee it was best of.
No. No. Oh, Unskinny Bop. You remember that one?
I do remember that one.
Unskinny Bop, Bop, Bop. I don't see Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
It had to be on something.
All right, hold on.
I'm trying to remember the albums. Was it the best of?
It's not the first one. No. Oh yeah, here it is. It's on Open Up and Say Ah 1988. But I if it's in order, if it is, it's not number 4. It's not number 4.
What number is it?
I mean, I wouldn't know. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if it was ordered the way.
I don't think it was that. See, greatest hits. Okay, wait, greatest hits here. Let's look at what that was. I can't figure it out.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen this video. Are you ready for this? Just get to it. Jeez, we're 27 seconds in. Oh my gosh, we're 35 seconds in. Yep, Hot Lady.
Yeah, number 4 on this album.
Oh, and the greatest hits. Oh my gosh. 1 minute in, the song hasn't started. Kate was probably having sex to this. Ready? Jumping. Ew. Yeah. My God, so much makeup. Like gasoline, you want to pump me.
Yeah. So on the album I got, it was Nothing But a Good Time was song number 1. Talk Dirty to Me was number 2. 3 was Unskinny Bop. 4 was Every Rose.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You must have listened to that greatest hits all the time.
A ton. I mean, and 4 on most albums is the good one, and 7 normally is. What was 7 on this? 6. I don't know. Anyways. So Poison. I also had Korn albums.
Really?
So the pastor's son at the time, he's changed. I won't mention his name because he changed. Tattled on us at a camp.
Why?
Because we brought some of those albums.
Really? Sorry. Case says she can't hear anything. I don't know what that means.
What did you do? Did you not hit record or master?
No, that doesn't have anything to do with
Did it go away? Did we go away?
I wonder if because I was playing it on YouTube, it cut it
Oh, probably because we got censored because it was copyrighted.
Oh, I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you. But we're not live anywhere though.
They don't care, do they?
Yeah.
Because you're using them as our like host.
Yeah, but usually you can play it on Patreon. You just don't get money for it. But I don't know. Hopefully she can hear us now. But anyways, I apologize. So Korn, the pastor, go ahead. So
the pastor's kid, like because we were playing it with the kids and he was in high school with us and told his parents.
Okay.
And we're like, gotta put away all of your CDs that aren't Christian CDs.
What is your feeling on that?
That's stupid.
Yeah. Like you can like other music. It's not like, I mean,
is it better to listen to crappy music that has Jesus words or listen to good music that maybe has not the best words?
And what if that music inspires you? I mean, like, yes, if you're out there, whatever, doing drugs and like, I feel like that whole vibe of like my parents were like, oh, you can't listen to this. You're going to turn into a bad kid. No.
Well, they weren't wrong. I'll see myself.
She's going to drive here to kick your ass.
Who's she?
Kate.
Why?
I was going to make my own joke about that, but you beat me to the punch. So yeah, anyways, music is great. It doesn't make you a bad person. Holy cow.
How did we get there from Technobowl?
I don't know. We need to get back on track.
How did we even get there? Somebody help us.
All right.
How did we make it? No, I'm trying to figure out how we can make it from Technobowl.
You want to try to track this back?
Yes. I want to, like, how did our brains get there? Nelly's been saying it's a little more squirrely.
The last one was terrible, but I can't even backtrack how we got there.
Anyways.
Someone figure it out. Go. Email us if you figure out what we backtrack. By the way, I've had 3 people reach out to me as my accountability partner to check up on Chris B.
Oh.
And someone I haven't talked to in a bit. So clearly he listens regularly. I'm like,
yes.
Keep emailing people. Is this all I got to do to get people to email?
Just need accountability for that. So I've told you that Cam's practicing with high school, right?
Yeah.
He actually got to play in his first 2 high school games last week.
How'd it go?
In the first game, he scored a point, got 3 rebounds, and got his first foul.
I mean, he probably didn't pay a ton, so that's probably good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
He got his first foul. That's the best part. And the rebounds in the point.
Yeah.
I know.
1 point? How do you get 1 point?
On a free throw.
Okay.
Making one of the
So
two
he was
free
driving to the basket and then got fouled? Must have been.
Well,
because if you get 2, you got to be shooting, right?
Well, they were in the bonus, so it's a 1-and-1.
Oh, I don't understand how that works.
So the bonus is, when another team gets too many fouls, then any foul they commit, you get to go to the line for 1-and-1.
So he scored 1 and then he gets
missed the second one on that. But it's cool to see. I'm like a freaking 7th grader. First of all, the boldness, because like when he wanted to practice with the high schoolers, we told him that he had to ask the coach. We weren't going to do it for him.
Okay.
And then even to play, I'm a 7th grader playing with high schoolers.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wouldn't have had the guts back when I was in 7th grade. I've been like, you know what? I'm good here.
Yeah.
Because
they don't have any other team. Oh, do they have a JV team?
Well, I mean,
or a middle school team?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
He played. He played middle school. That season is quick because middle school seasons are short. He's like, hey, I want to keep playing, so maybe I'll ask the high school coach if I can practice with him.
Okay.
And he said, sure, you can practice. And then he's like, hey, we're down a couple guys. Do you want to suit up? And then he put him in. But I was like, how brave is that
Yeah,
to
I'm
go
proud of
play
him.
with, high schoolers when you're a 7th grader?
Yeah, I'm proud of him for that. That's awesome.
Proud dad moment. I mean, I may or may not have teared up when he made his basket.
I would have. That was his first one.
May or may not have.
All right.
So, Jason, let's get uncomfortable. I think we need a theme song.
Whoa.
These are just in case I wanted some.
Okay, you don't want to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we need if we're going to be continuing this format, we need stinger music.
Let's get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
I wonder, could I have somebody like recreate that, but not like have to do it a little different so it's not a copyright?
How about we just do it?
No, we need music behind it. I'm not going to acapella that shit.
Let's make it uncomfortable.
No,
let's make the theme song uncomfortable.
No.
Let's get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
I'm really uncomfortable right now with your singing. Very uncomfortable.
Do you love tax season?
I'm going to totally rip that out.
Please do. Do you love tax season?
Why?
Because my brain is shot by the here and I'm just slap happy.
This is a normal show for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. So, Jason, thank you. How do I transition this?
Yeah. Good job.
So, on a serious note.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to be a black man with police in America.
Yes.
And so on January 7th, so not too recently, that's how long it takes news to get out. A young man, Tyre Nichols, I believe I'm saying that right, was brutally, as we watched before the show, beat by police.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, first of all, this story didn't come out right away because it was black on black. Like
it was black on
officers, black victim.
They also lied.
They lied.
So it wasn't until body camera footage came out.
I don't understand. Like, I watch it. Mike made me watch it, and it was very uncomfortable to watch. I don't understand what they were doing. Like, what were they doing? Because from the sounds of it, again, we only can take our opinion for what we know.
Yep.
That the guy, they thought he might be reckless driving. So if that's the only crime that you committed, I don't know. Even when they were initially trying to arrest him, he wasn't really resisting that much. He was speaking calm to them. And I don't know how it escalated to beating.
Yeah.
That's the strange part. It's almost like they knew him and they were trying to do something.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos.
Now I'll see them. Thanks.
But about cops. I want to say this cautiously. Not all cops are bad, but I've just seen a lot of videos of cops where maybe the person isn't happy, but they will escalate what's going on. Why? We just have so many cops that will escalate things. At least the videos that come through, right? Like, there's a traffic stop. The person's maybe being a little bit cocky, and they threaten to take him out and put him. I was like, okay, like there's like 10 steps before then.
Yeah.
What is wrong with our system where we have cops that can do that or feel like they can beat somebody and passing him around? Like, that's what they were doing in the part we watched. They were passing him around. Somebody took a baton. Somebody took their fist. They held him up. I mean, it was kind of like a gang, right?
100%.
Is like holding up and just beating their opponent and doing that. It's like, what in the world makes us have cops who are supposed to keep people safe thinking that that's okay?
And this is maybe an unpopular opinion, but that's why I think that maybe they knew him.
Yeah.
There was something going on because that was personal. Like,
it looked like
that's what you do to somebody when you're like, you owe me. I mean, I wouldn't, of course, but you owe me money. You screwed my boss. You sold my drugs. You didn't pay me. Like, that's what that looked like to me.
Yeah.
That was no just normal beating. Because normally, if you're gonna beat somebody, they're gonna be on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to arrest them. They just picked them up, knocked them out, picked them up, knocked them out.
Yeah.
And like, that seems personal.
It does.
Because otherwise, why would you do it?
Yeah.
And all 5 of them, like, not one of those guys was like, hey guys, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. And there were more around them.
Yes.
As it goes on.
Yes.
And no one stopped it.
And they got fired too, as they should. You need to intervene. Here's the thing. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Because now no one wants to be a cop. So anyone that is a cop, they're doing it for one reason. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm blanketing.
Yeah.
Because Larry's son is becoming a cop.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going in there to beat people.
Yeah.
But
there are enough who are power hungry.
Exactly.
and want the power of that. So here's an uncomfortable question. Would they have not arrested, or would they have fired and maybe arrested the cops if they were white?
Oh yeah, it just would have happened quicker.
You think it would have happened quicker? They would have arrested him if he was white?
100%. They would have not. They would have been immediately relieved of duty that
Because
night.
in Grand Rapids, wasn't the cop put on leave for a while? Because these cops are gone.
That's standard because of the union. They have to finish the investigation. They put it on leave because it's due process.
Well, this one isn't finished yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty
investigation.
sure it is.
I don't think it is.
Oh, well, maybe not then. What do I know?
I'm just saying. That's a question I feel like had to be asked. Was it quicker because the cops were black than if they were white?
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, so you're saying that they're black and they didn't get the leave of absence. They just fired them.
Well, they didn't get the leave of absence that some white officers seem to get.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
Some white officers get a leave of absence. Not saying what they did was right, but it seems like now it's even like, again,
I see what you're going for.
I'm asking the question.
No,
I don't know the
I
answer.
agree. Yes.
I don't know the answer. I'm just wondering because, again, I think we have to ask. And here's the thing. If I was a black man, I don't know that I would stop for a cop. Because even when they got him back, they had him, and they're like, hey, let's beat the crap out of him. Well, I would run too. If I knew that's what a cop might do.
I know. Yeah, I just wonder. It just seems personal.
It does. You wonder if somebody knew somebody.
Yeah.
But it's like, and again, people, there's a horribleness in people when they get the power and they start and it's the rush of it and they just get
the
into
adrenaline.
And they just.
But how did not one of those five? Like, I can see a couple getting into it and they're pieces of shit. All five of them. Going back to because they were that the Grand Rapids guy was white. This chief was black too. Everyone was in black.
Yeah.
Everyone was black. So it's just like.
Yeah, and they were police, or not police more, but it seems to be quicker. I could be wrong. Please, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me.
I think it depends on the department. I really do.
Okay.
I've seen officers get fired right away for stuff, and I've seen them getting put on leave. And I mean, yeah, I'm not going to speculate anymore. I'm going to get myself in trouble. But it's terrible. I'm more terrible that no one talked about it until it finally people are like, why is no one talking? I mean, I saw black creators on TikTok talking about why is no one talking about this before this story came out.
I see.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, why aren't anyone talking about it? Because it's a black officer and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be.
It's super frustrating and it's disgusting to me. But what's going to happen? What would your solution be?
I don't know.
Mike has all the money and the resources in the world. How do you fix this problem?
I don't know. This is one of the problems like that. I normally have some really, really good ideas about stuff. At least I think I do.
Wow, humble pie.
As I tell my mom, it's hard to be humble when you're so amazing.
Right.
I have no freaking clue. And that makes me even more annoyed. And the only thing I feel like I have is my voice, and that feels like it's not enough.
Yeah, I think that what I meant when I said I think it's getting worse because no one wants to be a cop. I think did I say this?
Yeah.
And then people that do are less than ideal and power hungry. So I don't see it changing because clearly cameras, those guys didn't care. I mean, don't they realize it's like me with busing? Like, don't you realize there's cameras in here? Like, you're so enraged that you just screamed at a car and cursed every swear word in the book. Like, you just lost your job.
Yeah.
Who's got private bets that I get fired from the bus barn? And like, is everyone going to start something behind my back?
Yes.
I'd be so mad.
We're going to start a whole private threads group.
When does Jason get fired?
We're gonna have weeks from when he starts. We're gonna have weeks and be able to put money down on the week.
Now you have to add some variables. Does he get fired because he mouths off to a fellow employee? Does he get fired because he mouths off to his boss? Which my boss is super cool, so that I would doubt that happened. Or does he get fired because he said the F word in the bus?
I think we're just gonna do Jason gets fired.
Okay,
just straight up with a maybe with a bonus kicker.
You need like, what is it called? A parlay? I don't know. I know nothing about gambling. I hear the word parlay, so I feel like
with a parlay. We want to add a parlay.
We need a parlay.
But back to your point though, right? Like the cops knew they had body cameras. Throughout the city, there are cameras on poles to
that one was incredible. I mean, it wasn't like super detailed, but you could clearly see what was going on.
and that hasn't deterred them. One thing I have seen is that the police academy is months, in that, like, should it be a full college 4 years?
100%.
Like, will someone like that weed out those who just want the power? Because 4 years is a lot of work to do for something that just is power hungry.
I agree. It should be just like nursing. It should be a 4-year. Well, I guess you can get. Well, most hospitals don't hire 2 years anymore.
No.
It's 4. But I think it should be a 4-year degree. I think there should be a lot of like ride-alongs, and so these, like, even before you get hired, like, you get 6 months of like, this is probationary. Like, and if you and have somebody that can spot these anger outbursts or this aggressiveness, those kind of things.
So an academy, ready for this, is between 14 and 16 weeks.
After college, though.
Not necessarily.
Well, Grand Rapids will hire off the street without a college degree and send you to the academy.
Yeah. 14 to 16 weeks.
Oh, come on.
That's what it says. That feels long or feels short.
Oh, so, yeah.
And some say 6 months in areas, but this is so your career starts here. State of Michigan. Pre-service candidates will attend an academy that lasts anywhere between 14 and 16 weeks. Anyways, even at 6 months, like,
remember, it's 8 hours a day.
But I mean, college is a lot of time though, too.
Yeah, it's crazy. When you think of all the training I'm going through to drive a bus. Right. Like, it's easy to drive. The driving isn't my problem.
Yeah.
It's just all the rules and regulations, like how to make a stop, how to, and it is kids. I get it. I'm not shitting on the training.
No.
It needs to be happen.
Correct.
But my point is like 6 months you can be be a cop.
Again, granted, quick Google search, but I knew it was short, but like, maybe that is why, because again, the longer you are, the more you'll weed people out.
Yeah.
Who just want the power. And again, therapy maybe before they go.
Yeah.
Like, you need to work through your daddy problems before you go out and have a gun and have stick to beat people. Maybe.
Things would be. No, I'm not gonna go there.
Go there.
No, it was stupid anyways.
Okay.
I'm gonna ripcord. I'll edit that out. Take a drink. That's the first one.
Wow, we made it a long ways in.
Yeah.
You should timestamp it too so they can drink too.
I don't know if you even said so anyways. You probably did, but I missed it.
I maybe did.
I've kind of been wrapped up in the conversation tonight, which is kind of good. So as we wrap up, speaking of wrapping up, Chris B said, like, I don't want to join Patreon. It's just too expensive. And I was like, it's only $7. He's like, yeah, but what do you even get? I don't even enjoy the tiers. I was like, you gotta join just to support us. Like,
yeah.
Anyways, we did talk about that, but I'm like, bro, you don't have to join Patreon. Just share an episode that you like. Like, if you share it with your friends, like on Facebook, or tell a friend, that's way more important than Patreon. Now,
for sure.
Of course, I want him to join Patreon because, like, what if I want our show to help people and explode, and I want to be a millionaire? But yeah. But I'm just saying, share the show. If you know someone that might get a little bit out of it, and like whatever,
or somebody who can tell us what we're wrong about.
Yeah,
we'd appreciate that.
Email in.
Yes.
Just do something. Do something Threads related. If it's not money, share.
The chili is kicking in.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, we're wrapping up. So again, if you could share this episode, that would be great. You can join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Threads podcast. Oh, and Mike's going to start working on a newsletter. Yeah, we are. He's going to work on a newsletter and clean his asshole out. And you
can't smell that.
I can't. You will start beginning. Hello, folks. I'm a podcaster. Every week when you get an episode, I'm going to send out an email just to let you know that the episode is live, and just little tidbits here and there. So expect an email. You can sign up at threadspodcast.com/newsletter. And as always, join us in keeping the faith, doing your work, and live lifing. Did I do that last episode too? Lifing.
Peace out.
Good night.
Get out of here. Go home.
I didn't even do the Facebook faker. I totally didn't even Ron Burgundy. I wasn't.
Listen to this great music that Jason will play at the end.
Yeah, right.
See ya.
Oh, Kate said she shared and rated the show. You can now rate us on Spotify, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts.
Ooh, look at you learned something.
I know.
At your thing.
No, I learned that because I did my own research and did an episode out on Hey Guys.
Let's just pretend you learned that at the podcast.
It was money well spent, Jesper. Thank you. Goodbye. Its problem is you don't just let me roll when I screw it up. So then I just get all like sidetracked and my ADD goes all freaking shit balls.
Makes it real.
Total shit balls.
No one runs.
I know. You know, it's so funny.